So as far as the timing to get a mommy makeover or any sort of body contouring or breast procedure with respect to childbearing and having children or having just had children, it's an important discussion. It's something that you definitely want to think about before diving into surgery. You know, there's kind of black and white recommendations, and then there's a very significant gray area recommendation. So what I tell people is if you're actively trying to get pregnant right now, definitely don't do surgery. Black and white, just wait. On the other end of things, you're absolutely not having more children, you have no plans for it, you're happy with the kids you have, you're done, etc., etc., definitely go ahead and move forward with surgery. The gray area becomes when you're planning on having children, you're thinking about maybe a second child, you're not sure, maybe now, if it happens, it happens, maybe we'll do it in a couple of years, not sure. That's where the gray area really comes in, and it's very hard to give a good answer to that. In those situations, my advice is to just think about what you plan to gain from the mommy makeover and how important that is to you, and then ask yourself how disappointed or frustrated will you be if you do end up getting pregnant sometime soon after the surgery and it ends up compromising the results. Because in those situations, you know, there's no way to really answer for sure what's going to happen if and when you get pregnant again. And so, you know, the other aspect of planning that is looking at the time scale. Let's say you've never had any children, you just got married or you're engaged, something like that. If you're talking about kids in the next 3 to 5 years, well, that's 3 to 5 years of your prime that you could be enjoying all the results of the surgery in, and that's not anything to sneeze at. That being said, if you say, hey, I'm planning on getting pregnant the next year, maybe it's worth putting off surgery for that year, and then when you're done having the baby or whatever it is, you go back, you have surgery, and then you enjoy it for longer because your results will last longer. With doing a major surgery like a mommy makeover, we're doing a ton of breast work, a ton of body work, really making massive changes and really improving things, is if you have a pregnancy and deliver a baby and breastfeed and all of that, it just compromises the results. And usually just ends up, if nothing else, in a little bit of disappointment with the decision to have had surgery, especially when you think that, well, if I would have had the baby first, I could have done this afterwards, and now I'd be looking fantastic. And so that's kind of the logic of how we guide people. Again, in those black and white categories, it's easy to make those decisions, but that gray area just requires a lot of thoughtfulness on your part to decide what you think is best for you.